Intro Show. I'm your host, Ron Halvorson. As always good to have you with us. This time around, we have a very special guest. You probably know this young lady. I know we probably have all been on surfing on the web lately. In the past year, we've all seen the local news. This young lady's been in the news quite a bit in the past year. She is from our area. She's going to talk about what's going on in her life. This is Melissa Harrington, a.k.a. Melissa Lincoln. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. Well, we're talking over each other already. That's what's wonderful. Good to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And you have been a busy person. We're very lucky to even get you to stop out of your time and come in and see us. That's wonderful.
Yes, very busy.
First, I want to find out, of course, this is Melissa Lincoln, who made the news about a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When all that went on with the little thing. We'll talk more about that in a second. First, I want to find out who you are and where you're from and all that good stuff.
Well, I'm Melissa. I'm from melissalincoln.com. I also have a new website that is hotmelissa.com. I was born in North Platte, Nebraska. I've been living in Lincoln since I was 5 and pretty much grew up here my whole life.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right there because you were born in North Platte. How old are you, by the way? Can I ask?
22.
You're 22 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm making a big deal out of this because I'm from North Platte.
Oh, really?
30 some years out there. Wow, that's cool. We have a little bit of a connection there. That's kind of neat. Did you go to school here in Lincoln then? Or?
Yes, I went to Lincoln High.
Lincoln High?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A link, huh? Oh, good deal. How about, did you go to college here in the university? Or?
No, I didn't take college. I've been doing my website, and then I also work full-time at an insurance company.
What do you do for them? Or...
I'm an annuity coordinator.
What's that?
It's a retirement fund.
Oh, you work with people's retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you handle all their money. Tell them how to spend it.
Kind of,
Here's
yeah.
Where kind of, yeah. Exactly. Well, I'm coming up on that age, so you're going to have maybe hire you to do mine. I don't know. Anyway, let's get down to the business at hand. Tell us what exactly happened about a year ago or so, this time of year.
Well, I was working at my job, and the cops had come into the human resource department and said, they had these pictures, and they were like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Well, is this your website?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Well, we're going to charge you with a public nudity ticket." And they had no proof, besides me saying that was me, because it was pictures in Mars Bar.
Right.
And they basically just took pictures off my website. I mean, they didn't have any witnesses or anything like that. They were just ticketing me with the pictures that they had. And so I was like, that's kind of odd. How can you prove, that I was there at that certain time that you're saying?
Right.
It was just, they were just basically taking it off the pictures that they had.
And they got those from the site? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
they
saying?
just printed them off my website. You can print the pictures off.
Were they
my website.
claiming that these were taken at the place, the establishment?
Yes.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Seems a little strange to me, yeah, but okay. And they just gather these up and come in and say, okay, is this you? Yes. Now you're going to get ticketed.
Mm-hmm. Well, it obviously looked like me, so I couldn't say, no, that's not me.
Right.
But
well, what brought that on in the first place?
I don't know how it got started. They just one day came into my work and was like, "This is you, and we're charging you with a public nudity ticket."
Yeah. See, that's...
I mean, I don't know how it started. Someone had to have complained or something. I don't know
I'm assuming,
how it started, but
somebody must have said something and got the ball rolling. That's what I was. Yeah.
It worked out good for me. So.
Well, yeah. Actually, you've turned this negative thing into a positive, big time, of course.
Definitely.
Well, they charged you with that. Then what happened after they charged you? What happened? Did you go to court right away, or?
Not right away. There was a big ordeal about it. I mean, it hit news worldwide, and it went to Germany, everywhere basically. And I had lots of people contact me and want me to do interviews. I've had Court TV come down and follow me around. I've had Playboy TV come down and follow me around. I've had all these people come down and interview me, call me on the phone. So it went worldwide, and it was a big issue, because no one's ever heard of a girl getting a public nudity ticket for something off their website.
Yeah,
I mean, it's never known that, someone would get a ticket for that. There's so many adult websites out there that I've I was the only woman to ever get the ticket first, so it was a big deal. And I mean, at first I was kind of like, why would they worry about something like this? There's women that are getting abused or, you know, sexually assaulted out there. Why wouldn't they worry about something like that? But, you know, it turned out good for me.
And it's also, or is it not, more of a freedom of speech or freedom of expression kind of thing?
Yeah, artistic expression is how I kind of look at it.
Right, and which last I checked, this was still a free country. You're still allowed to do that if you wish, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, right?
And that's the thing. I wasn't, you know, making anybody look at what I was doing. You know, it's on their free will. If they wanted to look at my website, they can. And, you know, it's basically them. If they want to look at it, they can. I'm not hurting anybody, like you said. It's just basically up to them.
What happened when it finally did get to court?
I pled no contest because I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. Right. And they basically just fined me $150, and that was it. And
that was all it was. After all that,
all
just
the publicity, all that,
slap on the wrist and sent you home, right?
Yep.
Wow. That just seems silly, but okay.
It was good for me, though. I mean, I got a lot of publicity, a lot of offers. You know, I'm in the works with Perfect 10 and Penthouse. So, you know, those adult magazines.
What are they going to do? Have you
just do some layouts
and stuff?
Yeah. And I want to start some more websites with other girls. So.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of.
I'm trying to kind of this positive thing make it even more positive, like you said. So.
Not just yourself, but other people as well.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of girls that are pretty out there, and I'm not the only one. And you know, why not give them the chance to show them what they've got?
Has anybody approached you since this all happened and made such world news, like you said, because it was CNN had it and everybody else was talking about it all over the place. Anybody approached you for, like, you know, we want to do your story for a book or a movie? Or
I've had offers. You know, I've had movie offers to do like a whole like story on how it was and how it started and like my life story, and then book offers, like you said. I just don't know what I want to do right now. I want to do everything, but I want to like do it in a certain way.
Right.
So.
Yeah, don't do it all at once.
Yeah. Got to take one thing at a time.
Exactly. One thing at a time. Very smart woman right here. That's good. Very good. I'm assuming you have family out there somewhere, brothers, sisters, mom, dad, and all that kind of stuff. They support you? Are they behind you on this, or? Yeah,
my family's pretty supportive. I mean, they don't obviously agree with what I'm doing, but they don't, you know, turn their back on me.
Right.
You know, it's just my thing. I like doing it. I love being nude. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So I mean,
and if people don't want to look at it, they can go look at something else.
Right. I have lots of friends that you know. I've had women come up to me and say, you know, what you're doing is great. I can't believe you're doing it. You're such a strong person. Keep doing what you're doing. I've had men say the same thing. I've had older women come to me and ask me for advice on their sexual relationships with their husbands.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's gone that far that, you know, I feel kind of like I'm helping other people.
Yeah, in a way you are. Yeah. Do you give this advice?
I would tell them what I would do, but, you know, to take my advice in however they want to.
However they want to do it.
Yeah.
Sure. Because you're not a professional therapist. Yeah. But she plays one on TV. The website. Let's talk about that now.
HotMelissa.com.
Well, you got two of them, right?
Yeah, well, Melissa Lincoln, that is down. I mean, it's still up and running, but it will take you to HotMelissa.com because I'm focused on that.
Okay, so the new one is replacing the old one?
Right. It's just basically, it will take you to HotMelissa.com, and you'll see all the video content, nude pictures, articles of magazines and newspapers that I've been in. I have a store, so if a gentleman wants to see me in a certain lingerie, they can buy that for me, and I'll take pictures and send it to them and, you know, put it on my website.
Very cool. Very cool. What is the website officially, so they can, if they want to find out?
It's HotMelissa.com.
Very simple.
Very simple.
Okay.
Easy to find.
Yeah. How long have you had the website up? Since this went on, or before that, or?
Well, since I would say early April, end of March of this year.
Okay, so
before that, I had a Melissa Lincoln. So.
How long was that up and running?
It's been over a year.
Okay. And
it's going strong. Everything's going great. I'm excited about it.
Was it a slow start for that to take off, and then all of a sudden this happened, and now it's just boom? Or
well, it actually happened right when I was starting it. So,
okay.
I mean, no one really knew about it, but this all helped it, and it just exploded.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was really great.
That's so wild. All right. Future plans. What do you have coming up? Do you have anything coming up for that matter?
I'm just going to continue working on my site and make it better. You know, I always like to know what I can do for people, what they like, and I always try and make it better so my members are happy. You know, that's my main focus. I like to make them happy. Like I said, I want other girls to start a website with me. I'll help them get it started. I just want them to, you know, be able to do what they want to do and
express themselves
express
in the way they want.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, because I know how it is, and if they need to speak to someone about if they're a little nervous of how they're going to do it and stuff like that, then, you know, I've been there. I can tell them how it's going to be. I won't screw them over or anything like that. You know, it's just going to be laid out right away and tell them how it's going to be.
Right. Any last words before we part on anything you'd like to tell the good folks of Lincoln and the rest that watch the program?
Just to go look at my site. You don't have to sign up, but, you know, it'd be good if you did. It's hotmelissa.com, and you won't be disappointed.
No, that's for sure. I've seen the website. It comes highly recommended if my opinion means anything, and I hope it does. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
And you're always welcome to come back and talk to us. If you got anything updating, you know, later on you want to come back and talk more about or promote or whatever,
sure.
Just give me a buzz. We'll have you back on, and we'll talk again.
Will do.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Melissa Harrington.
Right.
The actual name.
Yes.
AKA Melissa Lincoln.
Or Hot Melissa.
Or Hot Melissa. Well, what do you want to go
It's whatever they can, you know, Melissa Lincoln, Hot Melissa, it's all the same.
We know you're hot, I mean, but it's Melissa.
Or just Melissa.
Or just Melissa. She'll answer to any of it. Oh, yeah. Okay, very cool.
Ron
Thank you.
Halvorson, your host as always, right here. And another fine guest joins us. In fact, this is her second appearance on our program, second in about a year, I believe it is. This is Melissa Harrington. Everybody knows her better as Melissa Lincoln, Melissa Midwest, Melissa, I don't know how many names you go by anymore.
A lot.
You have a lot of aliases, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep. How have you been?
Good. How have you been?
No, well, you can see how I've been. I'm still plugging away here at the program, as always.
Which is a good thing.
Which is a very good thing, yes, we like it. About a year ago, we had you on, and we were talking about what happened with all the nasty things. You got ticketed and all that good stuff. Can you give us a brief overview, in case there's somebody out there that doesn't know the whole story, of what happened then?
Sure. Well, the first ticket that I got was a public nudity ticket, and basically the police just took pictures off my website. At that time, it was Melissa Lincoln, and they just, you know, it was pictures in a bar, so they just considered that public nudity. And it could have been, I mean, it could have been me just staging it. They would have never known that.
Right.
But they just took the pictures off my site and gave me a public nudity ticket without even, you know, talking to me about it.
Yeah, any warning or anything. And they came to your place of business, your
They
place
did.
where you normally work?
They came to my place of business while I was working, which was kind of ridiculous because it wasn't like a huge crime that I committed, and I didn't even commit a crime, so I thought that could wait, but obviously they didn't think it could.
Right.
So
they come into your place of business and say, here's a ticket, and
exactly.
You're served, as it were, and that was it.
Yep.
And now that was back in, 2004?
Yeah.
Okay.
January 2004, and I basically pled no contest, and I just had to pay a $150 fine.
And then that was the end of the whole thing.
And that was the end.
Okay. And then, of course, you went on your merry way. You, of course, model and you do shows and things like that. And you're all over the place, as everybody knows. Now, this brings us to what happened this year.
Yep.
What happened this year? I mean, again, you made the news all over the place.
Again.
Is it technically the same thing happening, or?
This time was a little different. They actually came to one of my events. It was a wet t-shirt contest that I held at Cheerleaders Bar and Grill, and I was the host because I was promoting my website, melissamidwest.com, and as I hosted the event, I wore like a skirt or just, you know, my thong with pasties over my area.
Right.
And this is the paint that I used. It's called a fabric paint. It's basically, people know it as puffy paint. And it's a lighter brown, and I use the lighter pink sometimes just because it went with my skin color.
And you say that this material, when you put it on, it kind of gets a fabric.
It's like a plastic, you know, shiny
plastic kind of.
Yeah, it covers everything, and it hardens. So it's really hard to take off. I mean, the way to get it off is either by pulling it off like latex, or you can take fingernail polish remover, which I'd rather just pull it off.
Why, is the other painful?
It just, I'm not.
Oh, I see.
I don't really care for it, but you can take it off with fingernail polish remover.
I guess I've never seen, whoops, don't want to spill it all over the place. I've never seen, yeah, it's kind of like it's like a kind of a paint, but you say it hardens into a plastic kind of thing?
Like latex, basically.
Like
it's not latex, but it does the same type of thing. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you were wearing that,
right,
as well as a skirt.
Yeah, okay. and I was doing my event, and they came in, and originally they were going to give the bar owner a ticket for. They said I wasn't covered properly, and I told them, no, you can't do this. You know, I know the city ordinance, I'm following it, and they don't deserve a ticket, you know. And so they didn't get a ticket, and I was like, I can show you what I'm using. And I showed them the bottles of stuff, and I was like, I can go in another room and show you, you know, that I am covered and that the other girls are covered as well. And he's like, yes, let's go do that. So I took someone that I was comfortable with in with me while he looked at it, and he said, yes, she is covered.
So at that point...
And I also had other people around me. I had a lot of people that I knew around me. So they did hear him, in fact, say she is covered.
So you have witnesses to that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what okay.
So that was over with. He went to his other officer that he came with, because there was two of them at that time that came, and he's like, there's nothing we can do. She's covered, and so, you know, we can't give the owner or her a ticket. 3 days later, they come to my home and give me a ticket for public nudity. The thing is, every time I have an event, there's at least 2 cops there checking to see if I'm doing anything wrong ever since my first public nudity ticket.
Right.
So it's kind of like they follow me to all my events to make sure I'm doing something, you know, wrong, so they can catch me, or, you know, to make sure I'm doing things right, which is kind of annoying because I know the laws and I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well, that's good. I see.
And this is it's a color, and so it's not see-through, because the city ordinance says that it cannot be see-through, which brown is a color and pink is a color, so it's not see-through.
That's true. That's true. And if it hardens into a kind of a plastic texture, I guess you'd say.
Like
that's
latex.
almost like wearing latex, or, you know. Like
which is
that covers.
good, yeah.
Yeah, I would think, anyway.
So.
Logic tells me, but, you know, there you go.
I don't know.
Now, did this incident do as like it did the first time? Did it make big news all over the place? Everybody picked up on it?
Yes. The first time, because they came to the event twice. The first time I had news stations here in Lincoln and Omaha call me and, you know, ask me what happened, and I told them my side of the story, because everybody thinks that, you know, Lincoln Police Department's right, and, you know, they are the best, you know, in town, and they don't really know my side of the story. So I wanted to let people know, you know, I am not doing anything wrong. I am not committing crimes. There are worse things out there that are happening than this, and, you know, that's what they should be focusing on.
Well, there's truth to that, and you have the right for freedom of expression, I guess, is what I'm, you know, trying to spit out here. But yeah, you know, you should be allowed to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, I guess.
Which I'm not. You know, it's a cover to get in the bar, and you have to be over 21, obviously. Over 21. So people know going to the bar and the event what's going to be there.
Okay.
You know, and if they come back each week, they obviously know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, they wouldn't come back.
So yeah, they must like it.
Yeah, they must like it. That's why. That's right. That's exactly right. Have you, through all of this that's gone on, both events, both the things that have happened, have you come across anybody else, any other girls who do similar shows and modeling and stuff like that, who have ever had the same thing happen to them that's been happening to you?
No.
So what are you going to do this time when you've got 2 or 3 tickets here, and what's going to happen now? Or can we even talk about that?
Yeah, well, basically, I got 2 tickets. Let me tell you what the second ticket was for. I had the event again because, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Right.
And so I wasn't going to let them stop me from doing it. And they came in like 11 o'clock on a Wednesday night, because they were every Wednesday, and just shut the bar down. They told everybody to leave. Some people didn't even get to pay their tabs because they were telling everybody to leave.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was 9 cops that came that night. 9. Just for me. And there was 3 undercovers. So it's a lot of cops for
That is a lot of
just
cops.
me.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I have 2 tickets, and I have 2 court dates that were already set. I had already gone to those, and now they just have other court dates set. It's kind of like they can take as long as they want to do this whole process.
So they just keep setting a new date every
just,
so often?
I mean, they don't like me, so they're obviously going to have this go as long as they want.
Oh, boy.
On their time.
On their time, yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
So you're going to be busy with that for a while.
Yep, just waiting and trying to,
Lord.
put it behind me.
So then you're not doing any shows or anything like that?
Well, I was doing the event, and then cheerleader owner got scared of the police because they actually had gotten a ticket that night, the second night, and the bar manager got taken to jail that night and ticketed.
Oh my! Okay.
Yeah, so it was like a big deal, which really wasn't a big deal because we were not breaking any laws.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're just kind of waiting.
Wow. Just
No
a wait and
event
see,
because they're just scared. They don't want to get any more tickets, which I understand. I wouldn't want to. I don't even want the tickets I want. I mean, it's good publicity, but it's not the way I would like publicity for me to be.
Right.
So, just waiting.
You just wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
With this,
I mean, I'm not going to stop. Obviously, I'm going to keep doing what I do because I'm following all the laws. But yeah.
Now, there's no way they can shut the websites or any of that kind of stuff down.
No,
is there?
because I have everything pretty much covered. I'm not doing anything wrong on the website.
And you have so many. You can't
Yeah.
even keep track of how many.
I do have a lot.
So last time you were here, it seemed like you had maybe 1 or 2 or something like that. Now you've got, I don't know how many you've got, at least a half a
7,
dozen.
yeah.
7, okay, see. I was right. And each one with a different name.
Right.
See
They
how
all
we
do
segued into a different subject?
They all do certain things. Like Melissa Midwest is my main site, and you can click links to go to the other sites on my main site.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask.
So there's like a site or a link to my store, and I have fan signs, so I have a little sign you can write whatever you want in it, and I'm like smiling, and you can put like send it to one of your buddies or something, like
cool.
happy
Okay.
birthday Jim or something like that.
Oh, that'd be something to get. Yeah.
It's fun, and most of it's free, so.
Most of it's free. That's not bad. That's not bad either.
Most of it. There's some things that you do have to pay for.
Now you're still on top of the website. You still model.
I do. I just actually did a layout in Hustler magazine. It was an 8-page layout, and it was really nice. It turned out really nice.
Now this is a brand new one coming out now? Or?
It just came out the first week of April. It's the June 2006 issue. They come out 2 months in advance, so Hustler gets their magazine on the stands before all the other magazines. It's kind of the way they do it.
No, that's a good way to do it if you get out in front of everybody else.
Yeah. So, and they're going fast. Like Hustler called me and said, your magazine this month had sold more than the last 3 months put together. And so, yeah,
well,
it's doing really well.
That's fantastic.
Everything's going really well.
Excellent. They came to you. Did you have to go to them for the shoot?
They contacted me.
Yeah, but did you go to them for the shoot, or did they
Yeah,
come
I
to
went
you?
to L.A., Beverly Hills, and shot there.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
ooh.
it was nice. I couldn't complain.
Cool. No, I bet you can. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and I am assuming you don't have to tell us all exactly, but you made pretty decent money out of that, I imagine.
Basically, how I did it this time was just I put my website in the whole article, and then they did pay for all my traveling expenses, my food, and stuff like that.
So it's kind of like a trade-off. Okay. Well, that's even
But
better.
yeah, normally you do get paid for your layouts.
Is it a lucrative business? Can you make really good money doing something like that?
It just depends who you work with, I guess.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we know you do a lot of modeling. You've done a lot of work, and
Yeah.
you're obviously
busy.
popular.
I hope
mean,
so.
no, I think so. I mean, you've been everybody I've talked to. Oh, really? When's she going to be on? Oh, we got to watch it. Oh, blah blah blah. You know, so yeah, you're obviously popular,
Well,
not
that's a
just
good thing.
locally, but we know.
Yeah, it's worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
So
So,
you got to be happy with
I
that.
get emails and members from everywhere.
Okay, very cool, very cool. You've also got what is that DVD there?
Yeah, this is my Melissa Goes to Boston DV. It's in high def. It's basically me traveling around Boston, and I went to Fenway Park and
Oh, really?
visited. And
Now,
then
when did you go? When was the shot?
this was let's see, last year I think.
Sometime
Or
last year.
maybe 9 months ago.
Well, what about future projects? Anything coming up that we should know about?
I do have a reality show in the works. Basically, they would just come to Lincoln and follow me around.
Really?
So I'm excited about that. They would
Wow.
just follow me around to my shoots and see what I do on an ordinary day and stuff like that. So
And this will be eventually on the tube that we can.
yeah, it'll be on the tube.
Do we know which tube, so we know what channel to tube?
That's still in negotiation.
That's still in
Yeah, there's
negotiation,
still a
so
lot
this
of
is-
things that we're working out, and I'll know more about everything in 30 days.
And
so.
you'll let everybody know on the site and all that.
I
Okay.
keep my site pretty updated. I update twice a week. I have cam shows twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I keep everything real updated so everyone knows what's going on.
Okay. Gosh, that is exciting. You get a reality show of your own now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And that'll be done here then?
Yeah, they'll follow me around here in Lincoln.
Wow. That'll be interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It will be
And then
interesting.
people will actually get to see what you do. They can
Exactly.
judge for themselves whether
Exactly.
this is, you know,
If-
as
if
nasty as
it's-
people say it is
yeah,
or
which
not.
it's not. I mean, people really blow it out of proportion,
Yeah.
and it's just not
No,
fair.
I think that's probably what's going on. They're just blowing it out
Yeah.
of proportion. Yeah. Okay.
So that, and then I also have a magazine in the UK for Penthouse that will be coming out.
Oh. Now, do you get to travel to the UK
I did
for
not
that?
travel for that. I just basically took the pictures and sent them just
Do you,
because
do you get to travel
I'm
though?
so busy. It's hard to travel everywhere.
You do get to travel around the country, or
I
even
do
hop
most of
the
the
pond.
time. It's most of the time I do. If it's here in the States, I do, but overseas, it's basically
Yes.
just. I mean, I'm so busy with everything. It's hard for
Yeah.
me to get away from my site, and I have to keep everything maintained. So.
But like you say, you're doing very well.
Yes, I'm doing very well.
Compared
I'm very
to the first
happy.
time we met, you were just really off the ground doing
yeah, just
okay
starting,
then.
but it just keeps getting better. I'm not going to let anybody stop me. I'm doing really well, and I'm really proud of myself for
You should be.
building my business such a big success and not
Yeah.
letting people push me down of what they have to say or don't agree. So
Well, that's great. We're happy for you.
thanks.
We're happy that you come to the show. Give your side of the story, because that's what we're here for. They're perfectly able to come on here and give their side if they want to, but
Yeah,
you
then
know.
they know how both sides are, and they can determine for themselves.
people can
what-
decide for
yeah.
themselves what it is and what it isn't. We do thank you for coming on.
Thanks. I'm
It's so
glad you
wonderful.
had me back.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back. And there's a lot of people, like I said earlier, that want to say hi to you. So,
Well, hi.
yeah, this is the
I'm
point.
back.
Say hi to them now, because this is where you're going to get to see everybody right here. Melissa Harrington, aka Melissa Lincoln, thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thanks for having
And
me.
we hope you'll come back someday, talk to us some more, update us
Maybe
again.
I'll have more tickets to discuss. Who knows?
Well, I hope not. I hope
I
that
hope
if you
not
come back, it'll
either.
be something better than tickets.
I
mean,
hope
you
so,
know.
too.
Okay. There she is. Check it out. Melissa Lincoln, Melissa Harrington, whatever you want to call her. She's got so many websites, we can't even go through them all.